What is going on, Sea Monkey fans? Y'all know how hard it is to hold a sea monkey down long enough to measure it for a ball gag. It's it's fucking unreal. All right. What's going on, Dean? Hey, Frogger, what's up? What's going on, Zabby? Hey, Lisa. Smashly, I'm gonna get to that real soon. Apparently, my notifications aren't going out, which is pretty normal. Uh, yeah, I mean, she's in pretty bad shape. Her and her mom were very close, and she had actually been taking care of her mom for a while. And she passed away a couple of days ago. Um, she does not know I'm doing this stream. I haven't. She knows that I'm spreading her cash app around. She knows that because she does need some money to. She said that the cremation has already been paid for, but all the other things like her not being able to work here lately to take care of her mom, and just like you have to pay to get certified copies of the death certificates. It's all she needs a little bit of help with that kind of stuff. So that's why I put her cash up on the thumbnail. Again, she knows that I'm sharing her cash app around, but she didn't know I was going to do the stream. I didn't want to bother her, and like I didn't want to ask her a million questions. You know what I mean? And like she doesn't go up on panels anyway, and I really doubt that she would want to right now. So, um, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much she's comfortable having put out there. So I'm not going to say much more than that, other than if y'all don't know who Seraluko is, you don't see her around as much anymore because she's been taking care of her mom. But she's been around a long time. She's a good person, you know. We aren't like super close, but she's a good person. Yes, Ashley, thank you for putting that on there. I tried to make a link for it, but like for whatever reason, Cash App wasn't letting me make a link, so I don't know. I tried though. Hey, what's going on, Gabby? There she is. What's going on, Sarah Luco? I'm sorry I didn't tell you I was going to do this sooner, but I didn't think you would want to be, needled with stuff, so I just, you know. And if I said anything that's incorrect or even want to add anything to it, please feel free to say so. So yeah, and just so everybody knows, She did not ask me to help with money. The only thing she asked us for was prayers. Um, so yeah, it was me that asked her if it was okay to put that out. So yeah, all she wanted out of us was prayers, but I'm trying to help her with a little more than that because she's in a rough spot, you know. And yeah, prayers for Samuel too. He just lost his mom a couple of months ago. Her dad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's rough, man. I know that I'm going to lose my parents pretty soon, and when one of them goes, the other one's going to go shortly after because that's how that works. People that have been together for a long time, when one goes, the other one goes shortly after, man. So seems like we've had a lot of death either directly in the community or related to the community here lately. Stuff always happens in threes, you know. Oh my God, cats. That's oh man, I'm so sorry about that. Do you want to talk about it, or I mean, whatever you want to do? That's a it's hard enough to lose somebody you really love, but when it happens like that, man, it's like an extra layer of grief on top of it. You know, I've been through that too. Yeah, my grandfather died of lung cancer too, and you know they removed parts of both of his lungs, and then um, he just laid around and on the couch and for 2 years, and then he died. I don't want that. I've told you all on here about the spot that I have in my lung. I'm not pursuing it, man. I don't fucking want to know. I'm not going through all that shit. I'm not doing chemo. I'm not letting them fucking cut parts of me out so I can fucking lay around more than I already do, you know? All right. She gone. Fuck that guy. I mean, he's right. We have been scammed a lot. Um, and so I don't blame people for being suspicious, but um, this right here is real. Cats, do you, I mean, if you don't want to say, fine, you can tell me to shut the fuck up and you can say it just like that. Okay, never mind, I see it now. She took an overdose. Damn. I mean, was it, kind of expected? Was it like no surprise or did it just come out of the blue? Because I've experienced people with all three. um, hang on. I didn't even make a link. I didn't really plan on using one, but give me a second. You know, if anybody wants to come up and talk about their situations, past or present, feel free. Yesterday, I think was it yesterday, Samuel came up and uh, told us what was going on with him. It kind of helps sometimes to get shit out, and like you don't ever know what's somebody's going through. You might see somebody might seem kind of grumpy, and it's normal to take it personally, but you don't know what's going on behind somebody's eyes. You know what I mean? What's going on, Samuel?
Not a whole lot. Driving home, sir. How are you?
I'm all right, man.
Seems like we got a elite club going here today.
Yeah, um, not a club anybody wants to be in, but a club nonetheless.
But a club we are in. Come on, guys. Somebody else, everybody else, come up.
Holy shit, man! Cats. That's somebody tried to kill her and she survived that, and yeah, it's strange how life works sometimes. And he's gone. He'll be back when he gets a better signal. You're back.
Sorry. Anybody else coming up?
Cats, cats. If you're comfortable coming up on panel, I would like to hear that story if you don't mind. You can't come. That's cool. Hey, that's not a problem at all. Not everybody's like I would have gone up on Matt's stream earlier if I'd have been. I was busy with a doctor's appointment, so I couldn't go up there. But it's something I wish I could have said when he was live earlier. But I'll get to that later. Right now, I'm not even worried about it.
Right on. Well, if you come up or if you don't come up, either way, good to be here with y'all.
Yeah, Seraluko has done a hell of a lot for this community, and
Yeah.
she's a good person. Besides, I think a lot of newer people might not know who she is because she's been away, taking care of her mother for a while. So, hey, no problem, cats,
How long,
cats. There's no
sir?
pressure.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Say what?
How long were you gone, Sarah Luca?
What's that?
How long? I'm just asking how long she was taking care of her mom. I did it for 2 months.
Oh man, I really don't know exactly. Um,
Um,
I remember talking to her about it. I don't know, a couple of months ago, and then um, she came on here and said that her mom had died. I don't know if she's a decoy or not. I just know that in the past when she was able to, she used to do quite a bit to help out around here.
Right on.
Been taking care of her for over a year now. Yeah, I knew it was a long time. I just couldn't remember exactly how long.
Strong.
Oh, damn, Frogger. That's a. Yeah, cats. There's no pressure. It's not the easiest thing to talk about, but if you ever do want to talk about it publicly, you're more than welcome to come up here. I would like to hear the story about somebody trying to take her out at some point, and she survived that. So I hope whoever it was got caught.
God damn.
Wait, what did that say? Seraluko, main decoy. She does most. No, that's not Seraluko. That's Hime. If I'm wrong on that, somebody can correct me. But I'm pretty sure that Hime is CC Unit's main decoy and does his calls. Well, Samuel, how are you liking panel life? Oh, I think he's frozen.
Hello?
We got you now. You were frozen there for a
Hello?
minute.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got a phone call.
Oh, no problem. I was just asking you how you're liking panel life.
Easiest group therapy I've ever done. There's nobody physically the fuck in front of me.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of people say that. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of
Real
people,
life,
but
man.
several people have said that.
Real life for me. I'm not the kind of person that's going to go sit down and talk to somebody. If I do talk to somebody, it's the bartender.
Right.
So
Yeah, I get you.
a little safer.
I'm the same way. I crawl into my shell, and then if I'm not around for a couple of days, people start texting or whatever, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm fine." They know I'm lying, but every now and then I'll tell them what's
Hey
really
man,
going
hey.
on.
At least they're fucking reaching out. At least they're looking.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know that people give a shit enough to even realize you're gone.
Shit. I sat out 2 weeks in an empty apartment. Didn't hear a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. Drugs were good.
You're all right, man. Yep. All right, Sarah Luco. I'm sorry I didn't. I should have asked. I thought about it even before. Um, I didn't want to like needle you with a bunch of questions or get in the way of your family time. So I'm sorry. I just went ahead and did it. Um, Seemed like you're okay with it though. So cool. But yeah, go ahead and be with them.
jumping off?
All right, man.
Taking
All
off?
right. Now I'm gonna. Huh?
Are you jumping off now?
No, I'm not. Seraluko is taking up because I got one more thing I need to talk about again, but I'm gonna say the exact same thing I said before, but I'm still getting questioned about it. So if 2 or 3 people are questioning me about it, then I know more people are wondering the same thing. So I'm just gonna answer it here. Yeah, Frogger, that's sometimes about the only way we can comfort ourselves is to realize that that person will never feel pain again. That person will never have to hurt or worry or, So there's some solace in that, I guess. APP pulled its out. Well, not exactly. I'm only gonna speak on my perspective and what I know because I don't really know a whole lot that you guys don't know really. I did not know anything. Hey, dude, I'm gonna mute you for a second. You'll still be here. I'm just gonna mute you because your car's making noise. Okay. I knew nothing about the stream with the secret donation ahead of time. I knew nothing. Locksmith sent me an invite, I guess, while it was going on, and other people were telling me, "Hey, they want you on Sabby's channel on this or whatever." I didn't see any of those messages for like 2 hours later, and I wasn't in a position where I could have gone up anyway, so I didn't know jack shit about it uh, ahead of time. So if you're asking me about that kind of thing, I don't know. I don't know any more than I did see. I didn't see it live, but I did see part of Savvy's stream. I think last night. And I saw part of Matt's stream today, and I agree. They could have just said, "Hey, we need this for the spouses and for it to go testify or whatever they got to do." Um, and we can't tell you anything about the pred, but we understand that shit. We understand uh, somebody wanting to take their spouse with them. We understand that. We understand that you can't give details about a pred. We get that. Had they just said all of that up front instead of acting, like it's a big, I don't know. It. I guess you could call it a conspiracy because it involves more than one person. Um, but yeah, and what else was there? Fuck, what else did I do? Oh yeah, a couple of people sent donations for me to give to it. If it was okay, one of them sent a message said, "Hey, give this to," which I don't even have the link for where the money was going. They said, "Put that in there if you think it's legit. I don't want people to see my name." So, all right, fine. But I got pretty uncomfortable with that, so I just sent the money back to them. It was one donation for $10, one donation for $5. I don't really want to be involved in handling other people's money, so it got sent straight back to them. And if they want to jump up here and say who they were, fine. Otherwise, I'm not going to tell you. So yeah, I agree that if they would have just said what it was really for instead of acting like it was a top secret knowledge that nobody else could know, then I mean, sometimes you do have to operate like that. I keep a lot of secrets myself, but when it comes to people giving money, you gotta say as much as you can because it will get fucking, even if it's 100%, 100% down the line, textbook, people are still going to say, oh, it's bullshit or whatever. And they're going to pick any little thing they can to tear it apart. And when you give them ammunition to tear it apart with, it's just going to make it worse. The only ones that need to know are those that, yeah, I agree with that. If you gave money, you 100% deserve to know everything. Yeah, I agree with that. And if you didn't donate, then of course speak your mind, but I mean, you don't have to go completely nuclear about it. Yeah, Shanik, I'm not totally sure I understand that, but yeah. Someone stole your catalytic converter. Can you drop your cash app? If you show proof that somebody stole your catalytic converter and that it's not covered by insurance, absolutely. But as far as, oh, I'll tell you another one that I was asked about that didn't happen was that I knew about, that I knew the whole story ahead of time, but wouldn't go up on the panel because I didn't think it was legit and I didn't want to be involved in it. That is not true. I did not know anything about it until you guys found out about it. I learned about it the same way you guys did. So yeah, I'm not covering for anybody. I just didn't know about it. And you can take that gatekeeper shit and stick it up your ass. You only need $10,000 to not lose your house. Freya, if you have if you can uh, prove, if you can prove that that's what it's for, whatever. Um, I've been asked several times to put out people's GoFundMe's or whatever, and there's been times where I said no because I just didn't feel like it was legit, and they couldn't show me anything. Um, but yeah, if you can prove that you have a chance at saving your house, um, I mean, I got no problem helping somebody put out their Cash App or their GoFundMe or whatever, as long as I think it's legit. And what else was there? I don't remember. I'm trying to think all the bullshit that I heard that I know for a fact isn't true. I heard a lot of bullshit that I just don't know, you know. But yeah, I mean, we understand whatever, as long as yeah, we understand that you can't reveal the Pred's name or whatever. That's totally understandable. And I 100% believe that that's what the money was going for. I 100% believe that. Um, but it was just the way it was done. And then people are like, I'm not even sure where this started. It might even be true. I don't know. Um, it is true that when you send something with Cash App, if you don't change your real name on there, People will know your real name. I've warned you all about that for ever since I started using Cash App. So if you're really trying to keep your identity quiet, you need to change your Cash App name from your real one, which you can do. Freya, yeah, I've been through all that, so I know exactly what you're going through. So you've got 3 years. It's not really an immediate thing. Are you having a hard time keeping up with the $400 a month, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, property taxes are, yeah, yeah. You can go 30 years, and pay off your mortgage, but if you can't still pay the property taxes, you can still lose a house that should be completely 100% yours, no matter what. I mean, like I will never put GoFundMe. I will never ever start a GoFundMe for somebody else. But if somebody else has one started and I can see that it's legit, I will do whatever I can to get it out there. Oh yeah, if they zone you just the right way, you're going to get screwed even worse on property taxes. Because like resort areas, they zone them thinking that people are making a lot of money, and you aren't. So you get fucked in the process. You can. Have you tried to? Well, I don't know about your state. I don't know every state's law, but sometimes you can apply to have your property rezoned. Like I don't know, it's probably a big pain in the ass, but I know that it's possible. I mean, Gina, you don't ever ignore those demand notices, but you can stretch things out like for years if you have to. Um, Most of the time, not all the time. Just don't ignore your bank, because if you completely ignore them, then they'll come at you a lot faster. Yeah, Christopher, you shouldn't have to borrow against your property over fucking taxes, though. I know there's such a thing as a reverse mortgage, but you really get screwed on those things, or well, your family does because they don't inherit what. So reverse. I was a PFA for 2 years when I was younger. We learned all about that shit, and they're good to help you out in a pinch in the short term, but they screw you in the long term. Yeah, grab it from the kids. those companies that do reverse mortgages, man, they're the last I knew, and it's been years since I dealt with it, but the last I knew, at least the state of Indiana was gonna clamp down on some of what those reverse mortgage people were doing. But I'm not in that game anymore, so I don't know how it turned out. Yeah, the IRS, man, they don't play around. You know, Al Capone went to prison. He didn't go to prison for bootlegging or all the murders that he did. What got Al Capone sent to prison was fucking tax evasion. That's how they got him. You know, and I wouldn't have a problem with paying taxes, but it the way they spend it is my issue, you know. Yeah, living on an old golf course, that'd be cool, man. You got plenty of places to shoot guns and run around naked. Yeah, Freya, you definitely need to talk to somebody that uh I was a PFA years and years and years ago, and I have not kept up with it. So um, you need somebody that's more up to date on the shit than I am. But there's two books that I suggest people read, and they're both by Rick Edelman. One is called The Truth About Money, and one is called The Lies About Money. They're big, thick books, but man, you learn a lot. And he writes it in a way that it's pretty easy to understand. And you got to be careful because, like, there's different ways of handling your finances. Like you have probably nobody knows what I'm talking about, but you have like the Dave Ramsey way of doing things, and then you have the Rick Edelman way of doing things, which are complete opposites of each other. One uses debt to uh, help make you richer, and one wants to completely eliminate debt to make you richer. Now, both of them work. I like the Rick Edelman way better because Dave Ramsey's kind of a psychopath. Um, but you can't mix the two. Whichever type of program you decide to use, you got to stick with it all the way through. You can't mix and match because it won't work. You just wind up screwing yourself. Yeah, dude. I mean, I really liked being a PFA, but there was so much fucking bullshit that came along with it. I did it part time for 2 years, and I got out. I was like, fuck this. Well, I already had a full time job. I was doing that while I was doing my steelworker job. So I was just doing it like at night and on the weekends because I've always kept two jobs, at least two jobs going, you know, back when I could work. And that happened to be one of them for a couple of years. Um, but yeah, I would help people come up with a long-term financial plan, retirement. I could write mortgages. I could write life insurance. Um, I didn't get my license to put people directly into stocks, so I had to pass that off to somebody. I studied for that exam, so like I probably could have got it. I just never went and got the license, securities license. But I had everything else. I had a mortgage license. I had a life insurance license. I had a planner's license. Blah 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 blah. All that bullshit. I just never got my securities. I kind of wish I would have, but you know, it doesn't really matter now. Drop the link. Yeah, I can do that. Anybody can come up here that wants. I'm probably not going to do this too long. I'm waiting. Oh yeah, I got some good news, and it might be good news for other people too. Oh shit, man, I screwed that up. Hang on. Sorry, Samuel. Um, had a doctor's appointment this morning, and like last month, I could only get partial prescriptions because they were out or almost out of everything. But today, like I got my whole morphine prescription filled. I'm getting all of it. So if y'all are in that same kind of boat that we were talking about before, hopefully you're able to get your stuff this month. I know a lot of people run out of a lot of things. There you are. Alex Murrow guilty or no? I don't know, man. Um, like I want to. My gut tells me he's guilty, but and I have not been watching the whole entire thing. Um, but just from what I've seen, it doesn't really look like they're able to actually prove it was him. There's a lot of circumstantial shit, but do I believe he's guilty? Yes. If I was on a jury, could I convict him just based on what I've seen so far? Not if you go by the rules. But then again, but I haven't seen the whole thing either, so. But yeah, I believe he did it, but will he be found guilty of it? I don't know. Oh, I think he knows he's on mute. I think that was on purpose because we can hear his car. Yeah. He's just up here keeping me company. Alex Murdoch, dude, Alex Murdoch could write a whole fucking. His whole life is a fucking uh drama series, man. He could write, an entire series of books of I did it and got away with it. What are you gonna do about it? That's what I'd call it. Yeah, you're right, Warbot. They were very used to getting away. I mean, it sounds like one of them murdered a teenage kid on the side of a road, and that one, his son, fucking was drunk driving and killed a girl. And they were getting away with everything, man. Just think of the shit that they got away with that we don't even know about. So it would be no surprise if somebody didn't take a couple of guns up there and wipe them out. You know what I mean? Maybe they were going to just kill whoever was there. A lot of people wanted them all dead. So that's a part of why I don't know if they'll be able to convict this guy on it. So who knows? Yeah, they if you live in a redneck kind of county like I do and like they lived in, I mean, you know who's calling the shots around there. If you ever get into trouble, like you know who you gotta buddy up to or pay off or sometimes give a beat down to. But and there are certain families in this area that, well, I could think of a similar example. This kid was not really a kid; he was like 22, drunk driving, um, blew a stop sign and hit a girl that, I mean, everybody knew both of them. He hit and killed this girl. Wound up getting like 6 months of weekends in jail and probation and community service, and that was it. And then, like, I think if I remember right, if he stayed clean for 10 years, I got wiped off of his record. He fucking killed a girl, man. Yeah, it sounds like they killed that gay kid too. And then there was something shady with the, what was it, a housekeeper? She fell down the stairs and got killed, and there was some kind of way they ripped off the insurance company or something. I don't know all the details, but yeah. And the thing is like Alex Murdaugh has been like he's been hooked on oxys for a long fucking time, and I know what it's like. Like when he was doing this kind of shit, he probably was actually like coming down off of them and either was trying to quit or didn't have any. Because like when you're totally pilled up, like you just don't give a fuck. But when you run out, and I've been there, man, I've been on like shit tons of oxys and benzos all at the same time. Being high is not the problem. When you run out is the problem. Your mind goes to some very dark fucking places. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to blame anything on the pills, because he still took the action. And I did things while I was coming down off of pills that I wouldn't have ever done. I'm not blaming the pills exactly. It's my fault. But yeah, usually when people high, it's not the problem. It's when they're out or they're trying to get money to get because, like I always had money, so like I never had to rob people or anything to support my habit. But I've known a lot of people that are really, I mean, they used to be good people until their doctors got them hooked on the fucking painkillers. And then the doctor cuts them off, so then they're trying to get them off the street. Well, they're way more expensive on the street, so they run out of money. So they go out and try to steal or whatever to support their habit, and they get caught and they go to jail, and it's a fucking cycle. It's a fucking cycle.
And it's not even the coming down or the being out. It's the knowing you're about to be out when the fucking
Right. Yep.
in your head. You're like that close
Yep.
to that being it.
Yep. Uh, that desperation when you text somebody and they're like, "Oh, I don't have any." Then you text the next one, and then they don't answer you back, and it's only been 3 minutes, but you're like, "Motherfucker, where you at?" And then sometimes when you do find some, that fucking, even though like you're going to get them in 20 minutes, that fucking anxiety you have between when you find out you're going to get them and when you get them is just so freaking, it's intense. It's like it's an excitement, it's a desperation. You know that you're going to get them, and oh, and God help you if they cancel at the last second, because then you've got all that anxiety built up plus the desperation and disappointment. So yeah, he was doing 60 pills a day of the 30 milligrams. Yeah, well, let's see. Yeah, that's the same kind of levels I was taking back when I was on them full feed. Um, I don't know what his prices were, but back when I was on them, and this is back early 2000s to mid 2000s. in my area, oxycodone was going for like $1 a milligram ordinarily, and I was taking about 1,000 milligrams a day. So that would have been $1,000 a day. But and sometimes I did have to pay that if I didn't have my regular sources or whatever. But what I would do is I would find out where the source was, where they were coming from, and it was people getting their prescriptions with insurance or whatever, and then selling them out five at a time or whatever. So I would find out who they were, completely bypass the middleman, go straight to them, which I pissed a lot of people off, and I'm surprised somebody didn't take my ass out. But I would go straight to the sources, and I'd be like, "Hey, I'll just give you instead of you fucking selling 5 or 10 or 20 at a time to six different crackheads and taking the chance that you're going to go to jail every time, you just deal with me once a month, and I'll give you whatever. I give them say $300 for their whole prescription that had like 60 30 milligram pills in it or whatever. um so they got to take less risk, and I got them a lot cheaper. So that was how I did things, and I did that with several different people. So I hardly ever had to. At first I had to pay full price, but um by bypassing the middlemen and just buying out the entire prescription, I got the shit a lot cheaper. So it didn't cost me $1,000 a day. We figured that up, and the last 2 years of when I was in all that shit, I was spending $80,000 a year just on the oxy pills. That doesn't count whatever Vicodin I could find or whatever Xanax, or that doesn't count any of that. That was just what I was paying for the oxy pills the last 2 years when I was heavy into it.
Had you a decent little hustle going on.
That's the desperation. That's the mindset of an addict, man.
Oh, but hey, I was gonna say, mine's. I'm sorry if cars making noise. I'll make it quick. Mine, at least yours, you got something off of. Like I have to admit to one that I got nothing off of, like gambling. Like you don't get high, you don't get drunk, you just get fucking sad, broke.
Well, I mean, gambling though, it trips the dopamine receptors, and even when you're losing, it's still tripping that dopamine, man. So it's still a high. It's just a different kind of high. And
I still think I'm the best fucking pool player in the world. I was 25 years old losing paychecks.
oh, you probably were. I mean, that's the thing. Gambling addiction really. I mean, you're not going to overdose on it, but like in other ways, it's just as damaging to your life as any other addiction. You get in over your head. You get in over your head with the wrong people. It takes you ignore your family because you want to go gamble. You lie to your family to get money, and that fucks up that relationship, and blah blah. Yeah, it's just as destructive, as drugs. It's just not as visible.
When shit starts disappearing from around the house and ended up at the pawn shop, they start to see it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, I was a fucking piece of shit. I would sell what the fuck ever I could to play that, to get enough money to play that big money game.
Yeah, it's like I said, it trips the same dopamine receptors as anything else that makes you happy. Like I like going to the casino. Like I don't think I really have an addictive personality because I never got hooked on gambling. I never got hooked on alcohol. I've never actually been hooked on cocaine unless I have like a shitload of it and I just do it all up. But so I don't think I have an addictive personality, but the pain pills fucking got me. I never got hooked on the benzos either, but that's besides the point. But I can see how you would want to hang out in casinos all the time, man. Because even when you're not gambling, the place is exciting. You know, there's all kinds of shit going on, and they make the carpet. The reason they have those really wild carpets in there is so that you won't look down. That makes you want to look away from it. Casinos don't have clocks in them, so you don't know what time it is if you don't have your own. You know. Um, what else is there? This dude was telling me. They give you free drinks. They give you free hotel rooms so that you'll stick around. You know, and they are going to eventually get their money back out of you. You know, there's been a few lucky ones, but I mean, I'm pretty lucky because I'm really kind of about even at the end of the day. But I don't keep going back. I'm sure if I kept going back, I'd probably be in the hole like everybody else. And it wasn't because of any skill. Because most of the time when I won, you know, bigger amounts, and when I say bigger amounts, I mean like $200 or whatever. I wasn't like a big time gambler. Um, Most of the my bigger payouts were on fucking slot machines. So like there's no skill involved with that. But I mean you're just like a rat hitting a pellet, you know, when they do those experiments when it comes to, you know, dropping quarters into the I don't like to use the card. I like to drop the actual tokens into the machines, you know. It's fun, but you're like a rat hitting the pellet bar. Oh, sorry guys, I'm using my inhaler. Oh, good shit. Yeah, you're right. Oh, and congratulations on 22 years. I'm glad you get out of it. Um, but you're 100% right. An awful lot of the time, people can't find the pain pills, and somebody offers them heroin, and boom, now they got a whole bigger problem. You know?
See, now all I can think about is fucking playing pool.
Well, just keep driving, man. Focus on
No,
that road, or
I
focus
still
on.
shoot. I still shoot. I still play pool a lot. I just
Oh, okay, but you don't bet
whenever that
money.
fucking guy is like, "Hey man, let's play for at least $5 or play for drinks," it's like, dude, I'll buy you a fucking beer. Just play pool with me.
Yeah,
Like I play the game. I love the game, but I will not gamble on pool anymore. I'm telling you, I would lose
good.
fucking paychecks on that shit.
I can't gamble on pool either. I like to play pool. I'm not nowhere anywhere near good enough to be competitive. You know.
That might be my problem too.
Yeah.
It's just that itch that like I got this dude. You see him across the table, like, oh, I fucking got this dude.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I like doing it. I'm just haven't done it enough to really get great at it. Holy shit, Frogger, 16 years off of meth, dude. That is a hell of a meth is like one of the hardest things to get off of, man. But really, you know, I've got my own addiction issues, but I 100% applaud and support anybody that's been able to get clean and stay clean. You know, I've gotten off of the. I was clean for about 2 years. I was actually clean when I first got into this community, and it wasn't anything from here, but some shit happened and I relapsed, and I've still not gone back up to the level I used to be on. Um, but I'm back on fucking pain pills. We've got quite the little support group going on here. Oh, just so you all know, Patriotic is a cool person. I've had the pleasure of getting to know her a little bit. Be honest with you, like back when I used to see, she kind of disappeared for a while, but back when I used to see her screen name like on Discord or on YouTube, I always thought it was a dude because just Patriotic just seems like a dude's name, but it actually comes from the Patriots football team. That's what that's really about. But yeah, she's been around a long time. Like CH, who you strongly suspect was it probably was Chuckles. I think she's got a, a shitload of alt accounts. People like to blame alt accounts on me, and like I don't use alt accounts. I'm not saying I've never had one. I'm just saying if I say some shit, I want you to know where it came from. Uh, but that's how I got to know mail order brides because people were saying that mail order brides was me, and then he came up on my panel one day. He's like, "Nope, it's not Bill." Same thing with Vic. Vic had a couple accounts that people said were me. Who else was there? Oh, and then there's the old great grandma fiasco. They were saying that that was me too. So
Oh
yeah,
fuck!
get a grip, people. Oh yeah,
Let's piss some people off. Blame it
yeah.
all
Well,
on
I mean, Ryan said
South.
that I was the. That's where the joke. It's always Bill with a voice changer. That's where that joke came from. Because Ryan said that I was great grandma with a voice changer.
I think I have seen that once.
Oh man.
Southwest Jeff thought I was his ex girlfriend.
Oh, well, are you?
Every time I see him, I'm like, "Do you miss me?"
Why did he think you were his ex-girlfriend?
Fuck if I know. I barely know how to work this damn phone. You see me fucking accidentally fumble off on here, but
Yeah.
it just tripped me out. That's why every time I see him, I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, Southwest? How you doing? Do you miss me?
Well,
I miss you, Jeff."
I can't even remember all the ones that they said were me. Some of them were proven, some of them never will be, but or proven not to be me. But um, I can't even remember all of them. But it's fucking ridiculous, man. If I was all these accounts, like I wouldn't be able to do anything else. I mean, like nothing, if I had all these accounts going on.
man, I didn't think I'd want to move back up north, but now I'm ready to get the fuck out of Houston.
Oh yeah. Why is that?
No, the heat. I'm old. Too old to work in the heat.
Yeah, Gina, that's what happened to me. I was not, believe it or not, I was not into drugs at all until I got hurt. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm an addict. I may as well do anything I want now. So started drinking a lot more and doing other things outside of my prescriptions. But now I try to limit to what I haven't bought pills. Well, no, I take that back. In the last like 8 or 9 months, I think I bought pills from outside of my prescription like twice. And once it was because I couldn't get mine filled because they didn't have any. That was just recent. And I just did some coke here a couple, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever that was. But before that, I hadn't done any since Halloween. But like, it's not a big deal because I've never been addicted to it. You know what I mean? So it's not like I went through this great uh, trial and tribulation to get off of it, But pain pills, on the other hand, that's always going to have a hold on me, I think.
That's
And that
actually
that
what I
was
was waiting to ask.
what's that?
That's actually what I was waiting to ask. Like I've never actually asked somebody else that calls themselves an addict. Like I don't consume mine. I don't eat it. I don't snort it. I don't drink it. The fucking drinking, yeah, that's kicking in. But the fucking the pool, the gambling, like I almost feel ashamed to say I'm an addict. I don't have the right to say it. But it did. But I have
No,
to.
it
I don't even buy scratch off tickets.
dude, I mean, gambling is a legitimate addiction. It's really,
It don't
I
seem
mean, yeah,
like it. It's,
you're not. It is though. I mean, I've
I think
never
about it every day.
been addicted to
Every fucking
gambling, but gambling is an addiction. I mean, there are hotlines you can call for it. There's uh, they have gambling addicts meetings just like alcohol anonymous. It's a legit. It is an addiction to some people. And it's all about tripping that dopamine. It creates an excitement in your brain that you can't get any other way. And your brain gets used to that. And when it's not getting it anymore, it's like, hey, what the fuck we doing, boss? We gotta fucking go, play some pool or something. And it takes a while to get over that. And a lot of people never do. So yeah, I mean, it can be just as destructive to your life as a heroin addiction. You get in over your head and like you can't quit doing it because your brain won't let you. Yeah,
just that one more game.
yeah,
I got him this
yep.
time.
I've been there. I'm like, all right, one more. Uh, okay, I'm gonna buy one more prescription to somebody's pills. And I'm gonna space them out and make them last for a week. Nah, it don't fucking work, man. So I get it. It's a legitimate addiction, man. Don't ever feel ashamed, because you don't. I guess not everybody understands, but it's a real thing, and you don't need to be ashamed about that, dude. It's a problem is a problem, no matter what causes it. Sometimes the outcomes are the same.
Yeah, I'm fucking broke in nowhere.
Exactly,
Get on
and
dope. Yeah, broke
yeah,
nowhere.
and you ruin relationships with people you love, and yeah, it's just as destructive. I somebody fuck, who was it? I don't remember, but somebody was talking about that in chat the other day with the exact same thing, you know. Oh, Gina, make sure you grow the right kind of mushrooms. Some of them fuck you up, not in a good way. Hey, what's going on, Dr. Mortician? We're just
Fuck how much? Whoever's doing that, when's your next cycle ready?
we're just having our support group. Yeah, Frogger meth is that's like the hardest thing to get off of and stay off of. Like the recovery rate, the long-term recovery rate for meth is like in the single digits. I don't remember what, like it was like 8% or 9%, something like that.
God damn.
But it's like the fastest thing to get hooked on and the hardest one to get rid of. All right, y'all. Looks like my prescriptions are ready to be picked up, so I'm gonna get off of here.
Right on. Good hanging out with you.
All right, y'all.
Hey,
Yeah, if you ever need, if
on the drive
any of
home,
you ever needs us, oh, go ahead.
gonna say appreciate the drive home. Way better than watching a movie.
Right on. Well, if any of y'all ever need a support group, you can fucking hit me up and I'll see what I can do. It's like, the last couple of days we had some people opening up. A lot of people going through some bad shit right now. Um, you know, you just lost your mom, Seraluko just lost her mom, and everything else that's going on.
Get what you said earlier about no pain. The only
Yeah,
thing that she would say is, "Don't worry, there's no pain, nothing hurts." So pretty much from there on out, every time me and my old man toast a beer or a shot, it's no pain.
yeah.
Everybody fucking drinks now.
Well, you know what? I think we
Yeah, it's
all.
all good. Either way, appreciate you, man. Good talk.
All right, man. You take it easy.
Later on.
Later. All right. Well, no, thank you, Patriotic. I can't wait. One of these days, Patriotic's got a story to tell, and it is fucking awesome. I can't wait until she can share it with everybody. But it will blow your freaking mind. She's just not at liberty to talk about it publicly yet, but it's gonna be cool. Actually, it's not so much. It's a cool story, but like when you hear about what she's dealing with, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? It might even make national news. So, all right, y'all. Peace out. Thanks for being here and stay naked.